Hello and welcome to English Storytelling. If you're learning English, you are in the right place. Today, I want to tell you a true feeling story, a story that begins with a small mistake and slowly turns into a long, unforgettable morning. I was already late for work when I woke up that day. The room was quiet, but my mind was loud. Thoughts were racing faster than my body could move. I knew I had no time to waste. Yet, everything felt slow, heavy, and wrong from the very beginning. I got dressed quickly, grabbed my bag, and rushed out of the apartment without looking back. The door closed behind me, with a familiar sound, a sound I had heard thousands of times before. At that moment, it meant nothing to me. It was just a door closing, nothing more. I jumped into my car and started driving, my eyes fixed on the road, my heart already late for the future. As I entered the freeway, the traffic surrounded me like a moving wall of noise and pressure. I jumped into my car and started driving, my eyes fixed on the road, my heart already late for the future. As I entered the freeway, the traffic surrounded me, like a moving wall of noise and pressure. Cars passed me, horns sounded in the distance, and the morning sun reflected sharply on the windshields. Then suddenly, a thought appeared. It was quiet at first, almost gentle, but it grew fast. Did I take my door key? I tried to ignore it. I told myself everything was fine. I had never forgotten my key before. Why would today be different? Still, my hand moved on its own and reached into my bag. I touched my wallet, my phone, some papers, but not the key, my chest tightened. I searched again, faster this time, my fingers shaking slightly. I opened every pocket, every corner, hoping the key would appear like magic. Nothing. My God, I forgot my key! I said out loud, my voice sounding strange even to myself. The road in front of me suddenly felt unreal. The noise of traffic faded as panic took its place. I slowed down, made a quick decision, and turned the car around. I didn't care about being late anymore. All I could think about was the locked door waiting for me. I drove back as fast as I could, my thoughts jumping between fear and hope. Maybe I left it somewhere else. Maybe it's on the table. Maybe I'm wrong. I repeated these lies to myself again and again. When I reached my building, I didn't even look for a proper parking place. I stopped the car right in front of the door, in a spot where parking was clearly forbidden. I knew it, everyone knew it, but at that moment, rules felt small and unimportant. I ran inside. I live on the 3rd floor, and the stairs felt longer than ever before. My breath became heavy. My legs burned, but I didn't slow down. I reached my apartment, opened the door, and rushed inside like someone chasing time itself. I searched everywhere, the table, the chair, the kitchen counter, nothing. Minutes passed, but they felt like hours. My mind started playing tricks on me. What if it's not here? What if I lost it? What if today gets worse? Then slowly, painfully, the truth appeared. The key. Was in my jacket. I stood there for a moment, silent, staring at it. Relief washed over me, followed immediately by fear. I didn't even take the key with me. I turned around and ran back down the stairs faster than before. As I reached the street, something felt wrong. The space where my car was supposed to be was empty. My heart stopped. I looked left. I looked right. Then I saw it. Down the street, a tow truck was slowly moving away, my car hanging behind it like a forgotten mistake. I stood there, frozen, unable to move, unable to speak. In just a few minutes, everything had changed. I stood there on the sidewalk, staring at the empty space where my car had been just minutes before. The street looked the same as always. But to me, everything felt different. The morning noise returned slowly. Distant voices, footsteps, the sound of engines. Yet I felt completely alone in the middle of it all. For a few seconds, I did nothing. I simply stood there trying to understand what had just happened. My heart was still beating fast and my hands felt cold. I knew the car was gone, but my mind refused to accept it. Then reality settled in. I looked around, hoping someone had seen something, hoping someone would say, "Don't worry, it's still here," but no one was looking at me. People were walking past, busy with their own lives, unaware that my entire morning had just collapsed. I slowly sat down on the steps in front of the building. The weight of the moment pressed down on me. I was late for work. I had no car. I didn't even know where to start. I took my phone out and searched for information about towing. My fingers moved slowly as if they didn't belong to me. Every website looked the same. Every number felt wrong. I finally found the name of the towing company responsible for this area and called. A calm voice answered as if nothing unusual had happened. "Yes, your car has been towed," the voice said. "You can pick it up at the towing lot. No apology no explanation just facts." I asked where the towing lot was and how long it would take to get there without a car. The answer made my stomach tighten. It was far, too far to walk. I thanked the voice and ended the call. I stood up slowly and looked down the street once more, hoping for a miracle that I knew would not come. The air felt heavier now. I had no choice but to keep moving. I started walking. Every step felt like punishment. The city, which usually passed me by without meaning, suddenly felt large and endless. Cars drove past me, fast and careless, while I moved slowly, carrying the weight of my mistake. As I walked, my thoughts grew louder. Why didn't I check my key before leaving? Why did I park there? Why do small mistakes always grow into big problems? The road felt long, but it gave me time, too much time to think. I thought about how fragile a normal day really is, how quickly control can disappear. 1 second, you believe everything is fine. The next, you are standing on a sidewalk, watching your life get pulled away. After a long walk, I reached a bus stop and waited. The wait fell, endless, but eventually the bus arrived. I sat down exhausted and looked out the window as the city passed by. Everything moved forward, while I felt stuck behind. When I finally arrived at the towing lot, the place felt cold and unfriendly. Rows of cars stood silently behind, metal fences, each one belonging to someone who had made a mistake, just like me. I spoke to the clerk, paid the fine, signed the papers, and waited. There was no anger left in me, only tired acceptance. When they finally brought my car, I felt no joy, only relief. I sat inside for a moment without starting the engine. I breathed. That morning had taken more than my time. It had taken my calm, my confidence, and my sense of control. But as I held the steering wheel, I understood something simple and true. Life does not need big disasters to teach us lessons. Sometimes one forgotten key is enough. I started the car and drove away, slower than before, carrying the weight of the morning and the lesson it left behind. I drove away from the towing lot, slowly, my hands still tight on the steering wheel. The city looked the same, but I felt changed. The noise, the traffic, the faces behind windows, everything passed by as if nothing had happened. Yet inside me, something had shifted. I checked the time. It was very late now, too late to explain everything in one sentence. I knew I had to call my workplace. The phone felt heavy in my hand, like it carried more than just a call. I pressed the number and waited, listening to the sound of ringing, while my mind prepared excuses that I knew would not sound convincing. When the call was answered, I spoke slowly, choosing my words carefully. I explained what had happened, not adding drama, not hiding the truth. There was silence on the other end for a moment, long enough for me to feel every second. Just come when you can, the voice finally said. No anger, no kindness, just reality. I ended the call and continued driving. The road ahead felt longer than usual, as if the city wanted to remind me that time does not stop for anyone. I stopped at a red light and looked at my reflection in the mirror. My face looked tired, older somehow. It felt like the morning had taken years instead of hours. As I waited, my thoughts returned to the beginning of the day. That simple moment, closing the door without checking my key, replayed in my mind again and again. I realized how often I rushed through life, how rarely I paused to be sure of anything. The light turned green. I moved forward. When I finally arrived at work, the building felt quiet. People were already busy, already inside their routines. I walked in slowly, aware of every step, every sound. No one asked questions. No one needed explanations. Life had already moved on. I sat at my desk, but my mind was not there. It stayed in the morning, in the empty parking space, in the sound of the tow truck pulling away. My hands rested on the table, but my thoughts drifted far from the room. Hours passed. The day continued, but I felt disconnected from it. Tasks were completed, conversations happened, yet everything felt distant, like I was watching myself from somewhere else. The weight of the morning did not leave me. When the workday finally ended, I stepped outside and took a deep breath. The air felt cooler now. The city had slowed down. For the first time that day, I felt a sense of quiet. I walked to my car and stood there for a moment before getting in. I looked at it not as a machine, but as something fragile. Something that could disappear in minutes if I was careless. I checked my pockets, the key was there, I smiled softly, not with happiness, but with understanding. That day did not end with anger or regret. It ended with awareness. A simple truth stayed with me as I drove home, calmly, carefully. Sometimes life doesn't shout to teach us. Sometimes it whispers through a small mistake until we finally listen. That night, I didn't rush anymore. I stood in front of my door and looked at the key in my hand, feeling its weight, its quiet presence. Something so small, something so easy to forget had controlled my entire day. Before opening the door, I paused. For the first time in a long while, I wasn't thinking about tomorrow or work or time. I was thinking about the moment I was standing in. I realized how often I lived ahead of myself, always running toward the next thing, never fully where I was. I opened the door slowly and stepped inside. The room was silent. No noise, no pressure, just space to think. That morning had taken my car, my money, and my peace, but it had given me something in return. A lesson I had been too busy to learn. Life does not fall apart because of big disasters. It breaks quietly through small neglects, unnoticed habits, and moments we rush through without care. Since that day, I still hurry. Sometimes I still make mistakes, but I check my key. And every time I do, I remember this truth. If you don't slow down, life will slow you down for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.